right, Kirk, one of the questions that I get all the time when I'm out and about is, isn't ProudMouth a podcasting company? How do you answer that question?
Yeah, we're really trying to change the dynamic of that, aren't we here? And the reality is that we're an influence accelerator more than anything. And what that means is we're focused on your influence, not necessarily the medium. And those things can there's ebbs and flows to those. But predominantly, we're here to help you accelerate your path to influence. And the reality is that everybody needs to have influence in this business as a professional expert or financial advisor. And are you doing a good job, or how good a job are you doing it? And are you growing influence, or are you losing influence? And are you building enough to create momentum so that you can move from, into being an authority, and or maybe even a celebrity down the road. So that's what really about is we're accelerating that pathway. And sometimes the acceleration is just by helping you define it. Like, what are the actions and habits and behaviors I need to be following, the best practices, if you will, to actually building and growing influence? And what are the expectations I should have around that? What's my score? Things like that. So, and the reality is that podcasting isn't the only way to grow your influence, right? There's video, there's writing a book, there's blogging. There are other ways to do this. And we recognize that. The reality is, though, is that we prefer podcasting as one of the central points for a couple of reasons. One is that we find it's easier for an expert to pull off being in front of a microphone without the camera on. I don't think the camera on it should be on. You should definitely be recording it anyway. But we just find it's easier. It's just, there's something about the intimacy of a podcast that makes people feel comfortable, particularly when you're doing it with a partner like Matt and I have done for years. And the other thing is that there's a podcast is very versatile. So what I mean by that is we can add video to it if we want. The next thing is that we can transcribe it. We can take that transcription and turn it into video and or audio clips. We can we can create quote memes from it. There's lots of content that we can create from this long form podcast format. The intimacy, the storytelling that happens, the comfortableness of it, we think that it adds a lot more personality than a lot of people are comfortable achieving or can achieve doing video and blogging. I mean, blogging, you have to be a pretty incredible writer, and not everybody wants to do that. So I think there's a lot of really neat things from that regard.